Welcome to Tea and Possibilities. This is just a very quick vlog about my time at Pom Fest over the weekend. I was a pretty bad vlogger, I have to say, at Pom Fest. I was having such an amazing time going around the stalls, meeting people, talking to people, squeezing a lot of yarn, and I didn't get as much footage or as many photos as I wanted to. However, if you wanted to see a couple of the pictures, have a look on my Instagram at hippie_Nikki and you can see some of the lovely ladies that I got to hang out with. I was lucky enough to attend Pom Fest with my lovely friend Katie of Inside Number 23.
It's me! I'm here!
Hello Katie. And we had a great time together. We decided to go first thing. We grabbed a cup of tea and coffee on the way in and we had a bit of trouble finding it. It was tucked away. So we were a bit lost for a couple of minutes, but it was fine. And then we walked in and it was amazing and it was full of yarny goodness. To be honest, I don't even really know where to start. It was a little bit overwhelming, I have to say, and we walked round and round a few times. And it was just like so much beautiful stuff, so many amazing people. You know, I spotted Willie Wormhead, I had a conversation with her at one point, which was like starstruck. And you know, I got to talk to different vendors and it was amazing. The very first thing we did upon entering the marketplace was to go and find Amy of Stranded Dye Works and the Stranded podcast. And we found her just opposite the Yarn Collective booth. And she was there with the lovely Nikki, who I think Katie had met before, but I hadn't. And Nikki is amazing. Nikki, if you're watching, I love you. You are brilliant. You are both such lovely, lovely people, and I love you so much. And we had such a good chat with Nikki, it was great. And I dropped off some Diet Coke because you've got to keep the workers going. And then Katie and I went off to have our first look round at the stalls. And I made my first purchase on our first go round, which is something I promised myself I wouldn't do. But look at it. Look how beautiful this skein is. Isn't it gorgeous? This is our first stop, which was La Bien Amie, hand-dyed in Paris yarn, and I saw it and I actually wanted to get a sweaters quantity to make Pavement by Vera Valimaki, but it wasn't quite in the budget, unfortunately. This is the merino twist sock, which is 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon, and it's quite a high twist, and this is the Le Littoral colourway. We've established that I'm not very good with accents or pronunciation, so I'm really sorry if I've massively mispronounced that. But this already has a project in mind. I couldn't put it down, and that's where the lovely Nessa at Killed Craft found Katie and I, just me cradling this skein going, I just want it, but I don't want to buy something and not have a project in mind. And then Katie said, you're making a lot of hats for other people, you need a hat. And then the lovely Amy suggested I make a sock head hat. So that is what this beauty is going to become once I've finished my hat knitting for other people. We then really got stuck in at the Wall Kitchen and I was very, very tempted by this fantastic skein of yarn. It was very, very lavendery pale purple with shots of gold, and they had a sample knit up and it was stunning knit up. And it was merino silk, and I just thought that would make a great Pavement. I was shopping for Pavement, in case you couldn't tell, and I thought I'm going to just do a sweep and then I will come back and potentially get that. I didn't end up getting it, but it is very much high on my list for my next cardigan project, because I think it would make a beautiful drapey cardigan. We had a look at Violet Emily's yarn and I was super tempted there, but again, there wasn't something quite what I was looking for Pavement, and I was really trying very hard to shop only for the sweaters that I had in mind. Another highlight was the Ching Fibres and Twisted Finch booth. They just had their yarn laid out and it was stunning. It was so beautiful. But the rest of my haul was all stranded. And I made all of my purchases before I went to join the Ravelry Knitting Meetup. So here we go, I filled up my bag. First up, I have to say a massive thank you to Amy because she donated this beautiful skein of flamingo legs, which is one of her most popular colourways, on the Paradise MCM base for the podcast. So this is going to be a giveaway at some point in the near future, so stay tuned for that. And then I found my pavement. This is Amy's Industrial Kingfisher colourway on her Oasis base. Oasis is superwash merino nylon, so I think this is going to be really wearable for pavement. Both Katie and Amy have knitted pavement and were able to give me some advice on what base to get and alternating skeins and things like that. I have to admit, this is going to be my first hand-dyed garment. I'm usually kind of put off by alternating skeins because I think it just sounds like a big tangle, but this, as a jumper, is going to look beautiful. And if you don't know which jumper I'm referring to, the Pavement by Vera Valimaki is a really simple jumper with a nice scoop bottom and 3/4 length sleeves, and I just think is going to make a really beautiful autumn, winter, spring staple for my wardrobe. Lastly, Amy had her recently finished soiree sweater hanging up at her booth, and Katie tried it on and we pretty much just stood there just stroking her because she used her drift mohair base, and it was so fuzzy and so soft and luscious. It was just gorgeous. Unfortunately, I have a slight allergy to mohair. I can wear it, but prolonged wear really makes me quite itchy and uncomfortable, and I get quite red and blotchy. So I can't have a fuzzy soiree, but seeing Katie try it on, I had to try it on, and it was gorgeous. And much as I'm sad that I can't have that fuzziness, I am going to have a soiree. This is going to be my soiree by Emily Foden. This jumper is in the latest episode of Pom Pom. It is the 21st episode, their 5-year anniversary issue, I should say, not episode. And it's one of the most popular patterns, I think. It's got so much attention, and rightly so, because it is stunning. And I did think, because I'm quite pear-shaped and it's a cropped jumper, that it would make me look a bit squat. And I tried it on, and I was assured, even though I had no mirror, that I didn't look squat. So I'm going to make a soiree. This, I'm sad to say, is a paint box, one of a kind colourway from Amy. And there's quite a lot of variation between the skeins. I particularly like these pops of just bright blue. They're just stunning, and going all the way up to like really dark jade greens, which is appropriate because that's my middle name. And there's going to be some alternating skeins with this collection too. Amy, you should absolutely 100% try and dye this again. This is so beautiful. This has got my name written all over it. Katie said this trip she really understood my colour aesthetic. I really like these really jewel tones. I'm not really into pastels. I like rich, bright pops of colour, and this is perfect. I'm going to wear it over dresses, I'm going to wear it over jeans, and it's going to be stunning. If you haven't seen the soiree by Emily Foden, it is a beautiful cropped sweater with cables along the sides and some detail and texture along the arms, and it is just stunning, and I cannot wait to cast it on. Another stall that I really enjoyed was the Yarn Collective stall. I have a sweater quantity of Yarn Collective. I am going to be knitting the gingerbread jumper by Libby Johnson out of their copper colourway. And I've never actually seen the other colours in the flesh, so I went along and had a bit of a squeeze because they had loads hanging up along the side of the stall. They had little boxes full, and they had samples. I tried on a beautiful Suvi Samola jumper with little stripes on the shoulders, and it was a gorgeous blue. I mean, you can see how stunning this blue is, and I think that is going on my list after after soiree, after pavement. Katie and I also had a rummage through some of these samples in the Pom Pom area. There was a separate room with some sofas where we had the Ravelry knit together, which was really, really fun. We got to take the weight off our feet for a little while and stop and have a drink and have a knit. I worked on a sock, so go me, sock knitting. And we got a chance to sit and have a chat with Nessa of Killscraft and loads of other people, which was absolutely wonderful. It is so, so lovely to meet people. We then got to have a look at some of the samples for Bristol Ivy's new book that is coming out from Pom Pom Press in autumn of this year. I am so excited about this book, you guys. I can't even tell you. These patterns are stunning. They are so beautiful. I am buying this book, no question. There are about 3 that I can remember off the top of my head that I absolutely must make. So yeah, that was my time at Pomfest, and I have to say a massive, massive thank you to the Pom Pom people. You are amazing. The work you do is just stunning, and pulling together Pomfest, having such incredible vendors and amazing designers just there for you to meet and to talk to was just stunning. And I'm so sorry I didn't get more footage, but I just had the best time. I was so in the moment. I was having great conversations. I was getting to chat to some amazing people, catch up with friends. I just had a great time. So I'm really sorry that there's not as much footage as I was planning to get. I would love to know if you went to Pomfest. I was there on the Friday, so I didn't get to see anybody else on Saturday. It's probably quite a good thing. Otherwise I would not be able to afford anything till the end of the month, really. Yeah, I had a great time. I'm very, very happy with my purchases. I feel, if you can't tell, just absolutely full. I love that feeling. I had it when I came back from Edinburgh, where these are my people, you know, and this is where I want to be. I want to be surrounded by amazing creative people, women, yes, but we met some amazingly creative men as well, and that's what I want more of in my life. So I will see you all at Fibre East in a couple of weeks' time. Until then, I will see you very soon for a new podcast episode. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye.